game together. And it's not even about that one game. It's just about, you look at the collection of talent they have and compare that with others' talent. You're not going to be embarrassingly bad for 50 games in a row.
Okay,
it's not going to happen.
You tell me the next time they play a team with less talent. They play the Rangers tonight. Do they have more talent than the Rangers? No. They go to the Islanders Thursday. They have more talent than the Islanders?
Well, no, but we're talking, those are the elite teams in the conference.
Montreal?
Okay, so right. So yeah, so those next three are
I'm on a real roll here. Okay, so yeah,
and there's 35 games to go.
Yeah, so you're telling me they're going to get on a roll, but they're going to play teams that they're better than, that they have more talent than.
Again,
at some point in time.
Define roll. You know how bad you have to be down there with the Oilers and Sabres? Like, you have to lose 11 in a row and then get worse.
You changed your argument. I didn't say they were getting to the Oilers and the Sabres. You changed your argument in 3 minutes. They're not getting to 29th or 30th. We agree. You win, we win, we all scream for ice cream. They could easily finish 28. They're 5 points clear. 6 teams jumbled in at 5 points difference right now. Toronto, Ottawa, Columbus, Jersey, Arizona, Carolina, are all right there. So if the Leafs strip the most assets off their team and they have the most likelihood of doing so, why won't they be 27 or 28?
Well, you'd think. It is a race, and Arizona wins last night. It is a race to see who can trade guys.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Arizona, last night, Antoine Vermette scores the game winner. They need to trade Antoine Vermette. They traded him yesterday. It all comes down to that. And we're still March 2nd, 3 weeks away.
The Canes are 6-2-2. Now I can double back and look how they played. That'd bore everybody. That's 14 points in 10 games. I'm going to wager anything you'd like that the Leafs aren't having a 14-point in 10 game stretch the rest of the way. They're just not.
If they, well, again, there's no way to quantify this. They're going to trade away guys that need to do that, and then the conversation gets bigger. If they didn't do that, Dion Phaneuf gets back and their goaltending's okay, I wouldn't put it past them. I don't think people don't want to hear that anyway.
They don't want to hear it, but we agree there. If the talent level stays the same, they've got opportunities. I don't think it will. Thus, there will be some sinking. But, hey, to your point, are they losing 12 straight again? No, they're not. The law of average, you're not going to lose 12 blackjack hands in a row, no matter how badly you play at the table. No matter what kind of strategy you use, the dealer will bust. Something will happen. You'll hit 21 out of the gate. But the bottom line is with the Leafs, we heard that clip out of the gate with Damien Cox. And we'll talk more about David Clarkson at the top of 7 o'clock. But the Bernier thing has some intrigue. And again, from what I heard Saturday, I heard Glenn Healy mention it with Jeff Blair, and Jeff wrote about it. There's something, not necessarily that this is pending, and where there's smoke, there's fire. But the Leafs are ready. The Leafs are perhaps ready to move a Jonathan Bernier. And listen, I think he's their best goalie. I don't think the gaps between him and Reimer is as great as some people do, but I do think he's a better goalie and he's a better bet if you want to win hockey games over the next 2 or 3 years. Yes, he is. Despite some regression this year, he is.
Sure, we did get sidetracked there. We came in with Damien Cox, and that was kind of the news yesterday, is would the Leafs move Jonathan Bernier? And a lot of people think they would. To simplify this, I don't buy it. I'm not buying it at all. I don't think that Jonathan Bernier, everybody's available. We can get into that game. I don't know why the Leafs should be in a big hurry to move off of Jonathan Bernier. He needs a contract, but in a sense, it's actually good timing. It's not like Bernier's going to march in and say, hey, I want 6 years and $36 million. Now, if we go back a year, and Jonathan Bernier's having the kind of season he did, and he doesn't get hurt, and the Leafs get in the playoffs, well, now we're talking some bargaining power there. I think we're looking at a situation now where you could get away with giving Bernier a $4 million deal over 3 years.
Yeah,
something like that.
I agree. I don't think the money will stop. The issue is if Brendan Shanahan is ready to tear this sucker down to the point where they're acknowledging they'll be a bad hockey team for 2 years, does Jonathan Bernier get in the way of that? And can you get younger assets, be it not even necessarily a younger goalie per se, but is Jonathan Bernier valuable enough for somebody to say, we think we can be a contender, that's all we're missing. That's all we're missing is the goalie right now. This guy will be 27 in the summer. It's not a 22-year-old kid. I know he sat there in the Kings organization for a long time. A lot of AHL games, a lot of playing 15 games a night behind Jonathan Quick.
Different position, though, right? You're not building around a 22-year-old goaltender. Marc-Andre Fleury wasn't decent until he was 25.
Carey Price had his ups and downs. There's plenty of guys that have had their ups and downs. Earl Long was about the best 22-year-old goalie I've ever seen. Point is this, and we'll talk more about it throughout the morning. If you want to rebuild, Jonathan Bernier might be too good, might get in your way a little bit. That's the only line of thought. Because unless you think there's an issue with the guy's character, unless you think there are problems that he's a bit of a selfish guy, goalies are the one guy that are also allowed to be selfish. They're allowed to sort of be about themselves. And as long as you're stopping the puck, nobody cares.
Yeah. 10 after 6, it is Brady Walker. Let's tell you what else you need to know on your Tuesday.
This is your Tuesday morning six-pack. 6 things you need to start your day.
Lots of baseball news and notes here in the six-pack. We'll start with this. So Jeff Blair yesterday reporting that the Detroit Tigers, in the absence of Victor Martinez, have discussed acquiring Deoner Navarro from the Toronto Blue Jays. There's been links to Arizona because the Diamondbacks also need a catcher. From what you understand, are the Blue Jays comfortable? That's what we hear with starting the season and Navarro being their DH and not panicking.
Yeah, it's feeling very much like that way. And you know, Mike Wilner clarified some of what Jeff was attributed to Jeff in saying no talks yet between the Blue Jays and Tigers, but there's some interest. There's some interest on the part of the Tigers to fill that spot in. It's a pretty deep batting order, but Victor Martinez makes the order. He links the